Hey, besties. Okay, so it is spring, technically, because the weather is definitely not giving spring right now, but technically it's spring, and I really wanted to do like a springtime CAS. And so I was feeling very inspired by flowers, specifically like cherry blossoms. And so I really wanted to take like three flowers that I really enjoy and make them into Sims, basically. And so I chose three of the best. Yes, I'm biased. No, I don't care. And so this first sim is Wisteria, and I will always love Wisteria. I have loved her since I first saw her. It's so pretty. Like the color's beautiful. The way that it grows is so pretty. I'm always been a big fan. And so I wanted to make sure that she had like a very like long face, and she was tall. She's actually taller than any of the other girlies, because like it's the way that wisteria grows. It's sort of it's a very like long flower. And so I thought like tall, slim, and like long, because that's literally what the flowers look like. And I used the like universal hair color thing as a way to like get the right purple that I wanted, because EA purple is not the vibes. It's not the vibes at all, actually. And so also I used the like, unfortunately I had to use the AI overview on Google, but we move. So according to the AI overview, wisteria flowers are often associated with romance, love, and good luck. They are also symbolic of endurance, longevity, and devotion, particularly in Korean and Japanese cultures. Additionally, some interpretations link wisteria to wisdom, sophistication, and prosperity. And so, because of that, I thought adult lady. Because, like, it's giving wisdom, but also romance, but also good luck and longevity. Like it had to be an older lady. And so yeah, she's definitely an adult. And so I really wanted to do like a hair that was like long but like also really flowy, with like a bit of layer. Because of, again, the way that like the flowers grow. And I was trying to sort of use that same visual language for like the hair. And I kept her makeup very like purple, and I used the like the color of the like branches, I guess, of wisteria for like her skin color. It's kind of like a more neutrally gray brown, so I used that for like her skin tone, and also for like her eyebrow color, because I considered making it like purple or like black, but like I think it looks best because it kind of like blends into her skin tone. And this hair that I have on her right now is not the actual hair that I use. But for her outfit, I think I do dresses for everybody except for the last flower. But I wanted like a tiered dress, just like how I wanted like a tiered hair. So it had to have like some kind of like layers to it in some way, or like a flow, you know? Because that's what wisteria really gives to me. Like I loved this dress so much. I would have used it, but it didn't have a good enough color for me. And now this purple is technically too dark, technically, but the shape language was too good for me not to use that. Like it's so nice. It was exactly what I was looking for. And like I didn't want it to look exactly like the flower, but it needed to be similar to, or at least feel similar to that. And this is just like me casually adding Miko CC skin details, because I love it. It has nothing to do with this, and I don't even think you can see it, but like it means something to me. And I wanted to give her this like really pretty like flower necklace. It's not wisteria, but it's a flower. Because I actually use the like earrings from Life and Death because they're so beautiful, and they're like the right shade of purple to like match the dress but also complement the like wisteria flower light purple color. And this is actually the hair that I go with. And luckily Samandi has like additional hair swatches for her hairs, so I was able to actually like use that, and I think that's perfect. Like, it's not quite the color, but there's like a little variation in wisteria colors that I can kind of go for it. And I based all of the flowers' personality off of like what they represented, you know. And I gave them names that like kind of matched the flower but like weren't exactly the flower. And then so for the next flower, it's actually my favorite flower and has been for like my entire life, and it's actually rose. And so I was really excited about this because roses are very round, so I wanted to make sure her face was very round and her body was very round. And then I wanted her skin tone to be a bit pinky because I don't want to be like full on red. I feel like that was a little much because like her eyes are gonna be red, her hair is gonna be red, like her skin tone didn't need to be like bright red. And so I wanted to make sure that like I wasn't doing too much because it's not like the Rainbow CAS challenge. But like I still wanted them to be the right colors to represent the right flowers. And so roses, depending on their color, but since this time I went with red roses because they are just the best, I don't know, not biased at all, but red roses are for love, for romantic love, passion, and deep affection. And so that's really all that I did. This dress right here was so perfect because like they're basically roses. They're essentially roses, and I was gonna pair it with like a butterfly heel, but that felt like too easy. It was a little too on the nose. I wanted something that felt more abstract and not so obvious. But I really wanted to make sure I had that like round shape going because that's literally what roses are. And this hair too, I loved it because it felt very rosy to me without being too much. And because my favorite color is red, I had a lot of fun making this. There were like so many shades of red to choose from, but like they all sort of came together really well. And I was able to use the universal like hair color swatch thing to darken the red, because the EA red, I love it, but it's a little too bright for what we were really going for here. Like, it was fine for the eyebrows, but like the hair really needed to be a little bit toned down a bit, and this was perfect. Like I think that helps like break it up a bit and make it not so Rainbow CAS, everything is the same color challenge. And I gave her lots of like flower jewelry. I gave everybody lots of flower jewelry because like this was the moment. This was my time to shine. And I wasn't really that convinced about the hair that I chose because it was like the first hair that like I really settled on. So I considered like changing it, but nothing else really spoke to me in the way that the first hair did. So we do eventually like go back. But I thought about changing it, but like it didn't feel right. And also the dress, I also was not like was not sold on the dress. I think this dress is much better. It has the same sort of like round, sort of petally type language without it being like too much. I don't know how to explain it. But also I wanted to represent like the thorns on the rose, so I gave her brown heels and also gloves to help also break up the red, because like her skin color is like pinky red and then everything else was red, so it felt really samey, so the brown really helped to like break it up. And again, I gave her a personality based on like what her flower represented. And I named her Rosie. Like I wanted like a slight difference. Like obviously they're still their flower, but like just a little difference, except for this flower. And obviously I had to do sakura. It couldn't be a springtime flower video without doing a sakura flower, and it's so pretty. And I just named her Sakura because of course I did. So she doesn't get like a slightly close name, she just straight out gets the name. But so the vibes here, right? I did her skin tone based on the like branches again, but it's like a slightly different branch. It's not so gray neutrally, it's a bit more cool saturated, even though those are two different things, but like, you know what I mean? And it's like a little darker, I think. So that's her skin tone, and then her eye color is like the pink on the flower-ish. It's like not quite the center, because the center is more of like a dark pink red, but like her eyes are like slightly light pink. And then I gave her this like really fluffy hair because it felt very petal-like to me, and I wanted to make sure that there's a lot of like reds and pinks together, because that's literally like what the sakura colors are. And so yeah, I was trying to like make sure that I represented a lot of like the different bits of the flower. And I gave her freckles because like the red is very like dottish. I don't know how to really describe it, very freckle-like on the flower. So it made sense to have freckles. And I actually really like this one, because I know I'm usually very against the pink and red go together, but like pink and red kind of go together. I don't know. I'm starting to see it a little. Truly, I think just like the flower, it's like, it's not like a traditional red, I guess. It's like a red pink. So I think that's fine. It's more of like a, not hot pink. I feel like there's a color name there that I'm just not seeing at this moment. But like, it's so nice. So I was initially going to do a dress, but then I did a dress for the first two, and I was like, I don't want to do the same thing 3 times. So, and also I didn't know what dress would match with everything else that I had going on in my mind for Sakura's, because of the whole like pink and red thing, and like the different shades of pink and red. And initially I was going to do something like this, with like a flowery type top that has like pink, and then the skirt being pink, and then the shoes and bag are red as like the accents, because that's kind of how it is on the flower. Like most of it is pink, and then the like inside, just the inside bit is like reddy pink. And I considered that, and I could not do that. And then that's when I realized that like I think the whole outfit had to change, because it wasn't speaking to me. It wasn't doing really anything for me. And I found this really cute skirt that had the pink and red with like a bit of flower, and I was like, okay, this is the way. This is what we need to do. And I think it looks a lot better this way. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. And like the the top had like some branches. I think those are branches at least. At the very, very least. I know that there's like some leaves on there. And I wanted it to be very like naturey to like tie in the flower. And I went for like the ballet flats slash actual ballet shoes. Because it felt very flowery, very girly, very springtime. And I got to like match that to the bag, and that made me very happy. And I finally was able to sort of get the pink in the right shade that I wanted it to be, with obviously the help of the universal hair color swatch thing. It's unbelievably helpful. I don't use it that much when I'm not doing a challenge, because like I usually use like the same 3 hair colors over and over again. So I kind of never need to use it. But when I am doing a challenge, it is like super helpful for getting like the right shade. And oh, I forgot to say, sakuras are meant to symbolize fleeting beauty of life, renewal, and new beginnings in Japanese culture. And they don't last a lot, so they are speaking to the transience of human life, basically, and the impermanence of all things. And so I wanted to make her very youthful. And I think that like reads well. At least I hope it reads well, especially in like the screenshots. I went for my like QT poses, and I don't know, she looks very youthful. I considered making her a teen actually, and low-key the colors blend really well together. And Willow Creek is so like naturally beautiful in the back, like it added so much to the background. I only added like a couple trees here and there just to like give the background a little more natural look. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what your favorite flower is actually. I know mine are very obvious because I did 3 of them in this video. But like, what's your favorite flower? What's your favorite thing about springtime? And since I don't have allergies, flowers are definitely one of them. And I'll see you in the next video.